show on the radio. Hey, hello, here we go. I don't know a better show, Space Cruise 4.0. We race through space and time, transportals and worlds that rhyme. Our stories just hit the spot. Don't tune in late, you'll miss the plot. Well, hello, here we go. Have you heard about a good time show on the radio? So to and fro, here we go. I don't know a better show, Space Cruise 4.0. Join us on our starship cruise while we endeavor to amuse. In each and every episode, we stream across the great cosmos. Well, hello, here we go. Have you heard about a good time show on the radio? Look out below, here we go. I don't know what better show, Space Cruise 4.0. So check us out for score and all.
This season brought forth the new spacey earthy song.
Oh, we're Space Cruise 4.0. Streaming through the stars in a great big foursome, 4x4.
Hello Space Scrutonians one and all. Today, we have another extra special treat in store for you. I believe we have a first today. As our loyal listeners probably already know, our shows have featured some strange and interesting subjects, everything from aliens and worlds in another dimension to the transcendental struggle between good and evil. Today's episode is no different except for the fact that it's much closer to home. Maybe even right down the street. First, I'd like to introduce my co-host and partner Curdy Clammerwood.
Greetings, everyone. My, oh my, thank you, Sally. It's great to be here with you today. I can't believe we're having so much fun. I mean, with the stories that we get to relate to our listening audience and the feedback we've received, I guess you could say we're a hit. I can't believe all the royalty checks and sponsorships that have come our way since we started. Can you believe we're already into our 4th season? And speaking of the new season, can you fill us in on today's sponsor?
Of course, Curdy. Today's episode is brought to us by the geek symbol boomerang. And just like the name implies, there are a few little-known facts regarding not only the geek symbol, but also the conventional object we know as a boomerang. Any ideas, Curdy?
Well, Sally, my dad gave me a boomerang once and I couldn't figure out where I threw it. Then it hit me.
Oh, no, not the dad jokes again.
Well, my dad always told me to invest in boomerangs. They give a guaranteed return on investment.
Didn't your pappy go on a vacation?
As a matter of fact, he did, Sally. But he came back.
Do you have a boomerang, Curdy?
As a matter of fact, I do.
Where did you get it?
Well, I got it from Amazon.
Do they sell high-quality boomerangs?
I'm not sure, but they have a 100% return policy. You know, I threw a boomerang with some RAM attached to it once.
RAM? As in computer RAM?
Yes, computer RAM.
What happened?
It brought back memories.
With that, how about a word from today's sponsor?
Sure, Sally. I know we'll always come back.
Hello, listeners. So you want to find out more about boomerangs? And you want to know what they can do for you? You wonder how you've been able to live without one for most of your entire adulthood? Well, wonder no more. Did you know that the boomerang is a type of ranged weapon that appears in multiple games throughout geekdom? And it usually is made of wood, but can be stacked and multi-shot. So tell me, do they work the same in the game as in real life? Absolutely. And if you want to use them in a game, shouldn't you know how they really work? Again, this is a no-brainer. Now, when thrown, A boomerang will travel in a circular path, counterclockwise from the direction thrown, hitting anything in its path, and if thrown well, returning to its point of origin. Just so you know, a boomerang will not return if their path is blocked by a wall. A boomerang is a thrown tool, typically constructed as a flat airfoil and designed to spin about an axis, perpendicular to the direction of its flight. Boomerangs, and paintings depicting them, have been found to date back more than 10,000 years, and have been used historically for hunting as well as sport and entertainment. So, now you must be wondering, why haven't I bought one already and experienced the gift that keeps on giving? Well, friends, I'm here today to let you in on a little secret. Today only, we've prepared to send you one of these fine instruments. Handmade in a small Aboriginal village, these precisely crafted instruments can be yours today. How much do you think they are? Are they $99.99? No! $49.99? No! $29.99? No! No, friends. Today only. They are only $19.99. And of course, this includes free shipping. And if you order within the next, 47 minutes, we'll give you 2 of these extraordinary instruments for the same $19.99. Just shoot our host a text and I personally guarantee your order will be filled and shipped within 24 hours. Now, back to our show.
Okay, Curdy, I wonder if they have a return policy like Amazon? I guess we'll find out, eh? Would you like to learn more about today's episode?
I sure would, Sally. We can always circle back around and revisit the boomerang sponsor.
That we can, Curdy, that we can. Today's episode is brought to us by a beat reporter named Kaylor Quickly. Now Kaylor is new to the news game, having first trying to make it as a pop singer. But after today's report, I think her mind might be made up and we'll be hearing a lot more from her as she tries to shake off her previous attempt at show business. After all, you can't fight karma.
That sounds great. I know I'm ready for it. Take it away, Kaylor.
Thank you, Sally. It's great to finally speak to you guys. Curdy, I am one of your biggest fans.
Well, thank you, KK. Tell our listeners what you have in store for us today.
It's a never-before-heard interview with Mr. Reginald Yeti the Third and his wife, Margaret.
Reginald Yeti? Is he related to the company that makes the coolers and insulated mugs?
Not exactly. I think I'll just play the tape for you, Curdy. I'm sitting here today with Mr. Reginald Yeti the Third and his family, and I must begin by telling our listening audience this is completely legitimate. There are no voice distortions or gimmicks of any kind. Good afternoon, Reginald. May I call you Reginald? Reggie?
Good afternoon, Miss Quickly. Reginald is fine. Reggie would be inappropriate, as that is the name of our dog. And may I present my wife, Margaret?
It's nice to meet you.
Your dog's name is Reggie. Of course. Very good. Very nice to meet you, Margaret. And you all can call me KK. Most of my fans do. Now then, Reginald, can you tell our audience a little bit about yourself and your family?
Of course, K. My apologies, but if you don't mind, I believe I will refrain from the informalities and address you by your proper surname, Miss Quickly.
No prob, Reginald. Now what can you tell us today? What brings you here today?
Why, your office contacted me after I submitted my personal contact information, along with a brief biography, in response to an advertisement in last month's New Yorker magazine. I believe you are looking for interesting stories for your show, but that is irrelevant to our reason for meeting with you here today. As you can plainly see, my family and I are not the same as you, though we do have some remarkable similarities in our appearance, education, and social mores. But for the benefit of your listening audience, let me enlighten you. As you have obviously heard, my name is Reginald Yeti the Third, and my son is Reginald the Fourth. And yes, I am a Yeti.
You have a son? Did you bring him along?
Yes, Miss Quickly, we have a son, but we chose not to bring him along today in order to limit his exposure to your cultural inadequacies.
I see. And you're a Yeti? I have to ask, are you related to the vast commercial enterprise that provides coolers, tumblers, and other merchandise to customers all over the world?
No, Miss Quickly. At this time, we are not associated with that enterprise. We do, however, take issue with that organization using our name, image, and likeness in the promotion of their products.
So, Reginald, as a Yeti, you feel exploited?
My dear Miss Quickly, you may not be able to see it at the moment, but I have in my possession family photos taken of my father, grandfather, and several of my uncles. In each, you can see the family resemblance.
These are pictures of Sasquatch, Reginald. Are you telling us that Sasquatch is real?
Miss Quickly, my family has lived for generations in the seldom-traveled habitats of the world's wildernesses. We've been very reluctant to mingle with your society, as there are many unfavorable tendencies and behaviors that we choose not to expose our children to. But now, our patience has run out, and I feel that your society is capitalizing on our NIL, and that is causing irrevocable harm to myself, my family, and our culture.
Reginald, are you telling me that you are a Sasquatch?
No, Miss Quickly. My name is Reginald Yeti the Third. The name Sasquatch was originated in your society.
How many Yetis are there?
I'll not bore you with the details, Miss Quickly. Just know that we have most of the outermost reaches of the planet covered.
Covered? Do you travel?
Yes, Miss Quickly. We have the capability to travel from place to place in a very comfortable manner.
How can I be sure you're telling the truth? I mean, you are a big guy, and you certainly have some of the physical characteristics that legends tell us about Sasquatch. I mean, Yetis. But as far as it goes, I mean, even the pictures that you showed me, the subjects in the photos are covered with hair.
Yes. As you're probably aware, the hair aids in environmental protections, as well as camouflages and increases our ability to protect ourselves from potential predators.
But Reginald, you don't have any.
If you'll allow me,
What?
I'd like to remove my shirt. And as I do, would you be so kind as to describe to your audience what you observe?
Okay. Reginald has removed his shirt, and I see a rather large person with almost no body hair, a swimmer's physique, very long arms and muscular shoulders. And now something's happening. Reginald has closed his eyes as if in a trance.
Don't look right straight at him, hun.
There's a quick flash of light, and then I look up, and I can't believe what I see. Now standing in front of me is a man that is completely covered in hair. Looking up into his eyes, I see the same blue eyes as before, only this time surrounded by features that could have been from any of the pictures I just looked at. Reginald?
Yes, Miss Quickly, it is I. Only my outward appearance has changed.
How did you do that?
Ain't he something? He's got to be the fastest changed artist I've ever seen.
Now, Margaret, we must be humble, mustn't we? Miss Quickly, as you would say in your society, it is my superpower. The Yeti have been doing this for generations. You are the first of your kind to see the transformation, however. Did it resolve any of your questions?
I'm not sure what to think, Reginald. Why now? Why are you going public?
For many years, we've maintained our silence, our reclusiveness, and our sanity. But now, uncontrolled expansion by your so-called cities and the infringement of your society on our culture has forced us to bring this matter to the highest court in the land. The People's Court.
The People's Court?
Yes, Miss Quickly. It is time for your society to pay for your transgressions. You've infringed on our way of life, on our very lives itself, and continually threatened to reduce our very existence to nothing. There are many corporations that continue to profit off of our name, image, and likeness. And I'm quite certain that if an 18-year-old can receive millions of dollars for legally allowing their NIL to be used in the capitalistic marketplace for throwing a ball, then the very least we can expect is reasonable compensation for the illegal use of our NIL over the past generations.
How much do you think you'll be able to get?
Miss Quickly, I shan't be asking for money.
No? What will you be asking for?
Isn't it obvious? We simply require real estate.
Real estate? How much?
I'm not sure if I should discuss specifics with you, Miss Quickly. Let us suffice to say that it will be enough such that we'll no longer have to be concerned about your society's infringement on our culture any longer. In fact, we've set our sights on an area that is as vast a wilderness as any. The current inhabitants are so polite that coexisting along with them will be simple. We will, however, insist on one condition.
And what is that?
We insist on a very secure border. Some of the neighbors are quite bothersome, to the point of being rude. And though we are a very easy-going group, not everyone can boast of the same gentleness.
Sounds like you're moving to Canada.
Your words, Miss Quickly, not mine, eh?
Okay, Reginald, tell me why you've chosen the People's Court.
I believe we will be able to receive quite a favorable ruling there.
And why is that?
The judge has been known to drive a vehicle with a rather specific sticker. It is an image of me, along with the words, "I believe." I'm certain the judge will be able to rule with an open mind and award a suitable judgment.
In your favor?
Of course, if I was not quite confident of the outcome, this would be an extremely absurd waste of time. And I abhor wasting time.
Does this mean that all of the sightings are verified? That people have spotted you or your relatives over the years?
Of course, some of the sightings are authentic, but I must warn you, the vast majority of the sightings, movies, and documentaries are bogus. And those that were distributed for capitalistic gains will be brought to the forefront of the judicial system. Did you know that Chewbacca is based on my cousin Eddie? Oh, and we do tend to avoid the southern climes of your country. Humidity does terrible things to our hair.
Will you be making any more public appearances?
No, Miss Quickly. You have been able to secure the only public statement that is required before our litigation process. And I assure you, there won't be any kerfuffles.
Okay. Well, Reginald, I guess this wraps up our chat for today. I can't tell you how much I have enjoyed talking to you and Margaret today. I hope that someday we might be able to continue our chat.
You betcha, eh?
And that does it from the field, Curdy.
That was certainly an interesting conversation, KK. Do you have any idea as to the whereabouts of Reginald and his family now?
I do happen to know that, Curdy, but of course I'm not at liberty to divulge that information to the public. I'm sure you understand how that may come back to bite us.
Is that another boomerang joke?
Of course not, Sally. A boomerang would just keep on coming back.
Hey, that reminds me. Do you know what you call a boomerang that doesn't come back?
A stick.
You've been around Curdy for far too long, KK.
Uh-huh. Okay, then. I'd like to thank KK for his story today, and I hope that we get to hear some more later as the situation develops.
You're very welcome, Curdy. If you can't reach me for any reason, just sit tight. I may have a trip to the Great White North in my future. TTFN. Ta-ta for now.
Goodbye, KK. Good luck with your new career. I think she really has a shot at making this one work.
I think so too, Sally. I really think so too. You know, I'm not sure where you find these stories, but this one is certainly worth remembering. It's been a while since we've been able to relate our guests to everyday events and happenings, and I, for one, am a firm believer in things we cannot see or touch. As our audience knows, I've been center stage as some pretty strange happenings have occurred, so this is nothing different, huh? And as we continue our search for strange and unusual occurrences, I'd like to remind everyone that just because we haven't seen it with our own eyes, that doesn't mean that we won't, or that someone else hasn't chanced upon a happening that's hard to explain. As Sherlock once said, when you've eliminated the impossible, whatever remains, however improbable, must be the truth. Or as my dad used to say, I know when my kids want money, that's when they laugh at my jokes. Oh, now that I recall, I did laugh at them from time to time. Say, Sally, how do you know when you're in Canada?
Other than looking at a map? I'm not sure, Curdy. How do you know if you're in Canada?
When you're in Home Depot and someone offers to help you, and they don't work there.
Oh, Curdy.
Also, when you've installed security lights on your house and garage, but leave them both unlocked. Hey, Can you name the 2 seasons of Canada?
Canada only has 2.
Yep, winter and July. And one more. Do you know what a Canadian's favorite letter is?
I am sure it's something that bears no resemblance to any fact. No, Curdy, what is a Canadian's favorite letter?
It's A. Okay, Sally, enough jocularity for now. Let's wrap up today's episode. So thanks for listening today, and keep an eye out for us on Facebook, Spotify, the World Wide Web, or anywhere your internet vehicle of choice takes you. And as always, keep peace in your heart until our next story time.
Join us on our starship cruise while we endeavor to amuse. In each and every episode, we stream across the great cosmos. Well, hello, here we go. Have you heard about a good time show on the radio? Look out below. Here we go. I don't know what that is. Show Space Croutons 4.0. So check us out for Score and All.
This season brought forth the new spacey earthy zone.
Oh, where's Space Croutons 4.0? Streaming through the stars in a great big foursome, 4x4. Now you know, here we go. Tell the world about a good time show on the radio. So join the flow. Here we go. I don't know a better show. We're Space Croutons. We're Space Croutons. We're Space Croutons 4.0.
Space Croutons is a work of original fiction. Similarities to persons, situations, or events, real or fictional, is coincidental and not intentional. No animals were coerced, injured, starved, exploited, overworked, oppressed, abused, overburdened, or taken advantage of during this production, except for Ralph the Wonder Llama. Created and written by Jerry, Jace, John, Della, and Jeff Goodson. Episode story by John. Production by John. Featuring the voice talents of Jerry, Jeff, Amanda, Barry, and Shelby. The entire work, copyright 2021, by Jeff, John, Jerry, Della, and Jace Goodson. This has been a Good Witch audio production.